Alright, so today we're going to do another one of these stacking and blending videos with a couple drive pedals that I have. So I'm going to use the Metal Master, which I got recently by Digitech. It's an old pedal, but one that's new to me here. And try it up against the Boss Super Overdrive SD-1. Now this is the 50th anniversary edition, so I think it's just the paint color that is a little bit different on this one. And, when I was trying to decide which ones I should do next, I was kind of thinking, well, this one doesn't have a great reputation, and this one has a pretty good reputation. So I wonder, if one combination is going to sound better than the other one. And I thought we might try this one to start out. So I'm using my Jackson Rhodes guitar, running into the Super Overdrive here, and then from there into the Metal Master. So it's got more control over the tone and EQ and stuff like that, which it actually does have an EQ section instead of just a tone knob like the Super Overdrive. So theoretically, this should give us more control. And then I'm running straight into the front of the Simplifier. So here's my clean sound Marshall settings. Relatively clean preamp and power amp sections, greenback speakers, 412s. In stereo. So let's hear the Super Overdrive set to noon. So a pretty good quality overdrive. Maybe not the end-all be-all, but definitely a good starting point for us here. And I've got room to cut or boost on things with this. So let's try the Digitech. Oh yeah. Definitely a big difference in the tone. Much sharper and thinner, as well. Even if I boost the lows, it gets a little muddier, but I don't feel like it's a whole lot more present than it is right here. And if I cut those, obviously it's very lo-fi, even thinner at that point. Level makes a little bit of difference. Let's do this now. Let's boost that with the Super Overdrive. So not much difference. You can hear when it clicks on. Maybe it makes more of a difference when the chord is held out as well. Like it doesn't make that much of a difference, but you can really tell that it's being pushed as the note is decaying. Alright, and let's see. If I mess with the level, it gets a little more distorted. Cut it down, boost it back. Same with the distortion. It's not doing much at that point. That's a little bit of gain to it. And then let's mess with the tone. Don't feel like the tone knob on the SD-1 is doing hardly anything into the Metal Master. And, I can still boost it. It's definitely a difference in the sound like that, in the background noise. So I think we got an idea of this. Let's go ahead and flip some things around here. So now I'm going to do guitar into the Metal Master first. So it's already going to get that treatment from the Metal Master that it gets, and then it's going to run into the SD-1, and then get into the front of the Simplifier. So let's try it out. Clean tone, Metal Master, and then running into the SD-1. So huge difference in the tone that I get just from this versus actually sounds a lot more manageable. Still not perfect, in fact. But it does give it a good boost. So that's just the SD-1. Here's with the Metal Master. Alright, let's mess with the morph knob back here and see how much that makes a difference. so big difference there. What about the high and low controls? Okay. Cutting. Alright, low control. Back to normal. Cut it. Boost the volume into it. Okay, so let's talk about it for a second. You know, again, like I started in the video, this having the more dedicated low and high parametric controls, you would think that this would give you better options or more options coming after the SD-1. However, I feel like it actually is sounding pretty good, going guitar into the Metal Master and then having the signal get treated by the SD-1, because I don't really consider the SD-1 to be like a transparent overdrive in the way that some other ones are trying to be there. It actually does take the sound and give it some color and some character, so it's actually pretty cool. And I didn't like mess with anything on the SD-1. I suppose I can. Let's see. Metal Master, SD-1, give it more drive. Let's give it more volume instead. Even better. It's still a little noisy. You can cut that out. So, to me, it's not even that this is like just one sound that you could have by mixing these two pedals together. To me, you could be, on a pretty relatively clean sound, running into the Simplifier amp, and then if you want to boost it up some, you could use the SD-1. I probably wouldn't use the Metal Master on its own, but from this point, if you need to boost that even more, get even more drive, kicking on the Metal Master is probably going to get you there. So, yeah, so this setup, where I'm using it right now, I'm going to talk about it as I'm changing. Metal Master into the SD-1, really it's not just the one sound that you get, it's those three sounds. The clean sound, then the SD-1 kind of pushing that amp, and then the Metal Master kind of pushing it from the guitar going in. So let's do this. I'm going to put the Metal Master on the Send A of the Old Blood Noise Endeavors signal blender. Let's see. I did that wrong. Send needs to go to that side. Output needs to go to the return A, and then same thing with the SD-1. I'm going to run the output to return B, and the send goes right here to the input. And then I'll just use one more cable to take us from the output of the signal blender into the front of the Simplifier. So we've done the stacking, the heavy metal distortion into the SD-1 was definitely a lot better than the SD-1 into the Metal Master. And now we're going to blend the signal here using the Old Blood Noise signal blender. Let me make sure. Go ahead and in camera. That might be a little bit better. Okay. So with nothing lit up, that's my clean signal. Let's find unity gain with the clean. So you see it dropped out. So unity, probably right around there. Unity being like your normal guitar sound. So anything below this point is going to be kind of cut out a little bit. Anything above this is going to be boosted, which is a nice feature to have with this. So let's turn these both on. It doesn't do anything until the channel's lit, so let's start with the Metal Master. Oh yeah, just a reminder of that tone. Let's boost it up too. Let's find that unity sound. I don't want the clean sound to be blowing away the distorted sound. It's closer there. Let's do the same with the SD-1. so now this clean signal that I'm getting from the guitar is running to each of these pedals independently and then mixed back together in here. So let's see what happens with Metal Master mixed in. I want to do this, like bring the level down, bring the drive up a little bit more, a little bit higher on the tone. So it doesn't sound quite so clean, because this is still a really good, clean, powerful pedal, the SD-1. I don't know about this morph sound, so let's, so that's morph to the left. We get the clarity of the SD-1 and the kind of high gain crunch of the Metal Master. Let's try going over to the side, to the right side. Let's see, so that was all the way to the right. This is all the way to the left. Interesting. Let's make some clean with it. See, the clean is less compressed, so it might stand out a little bit more when I play hard. Alright, so just the SD-1. Metal Master. Just the Metal Master and the clean. Almost lo-fi compared to that. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting there. To me, the SD-1 is pretty good at just taking whatever you put into it and making it sound better. But taking that sound and then running it through the Metal Master was not the best result. So I can't recommend going SD-1 into Metal Master. However, doing the Metal Master first and then the Super Overdrive into the Simplifier really sounded pretty decent. And like I pointed out, gives you an option for having just a clean sound and then just the SD and then boosting that with the Metal Master. And, it doesn't sound too bad blending the signal either. I feel like you still get the weakness of the Metal Master on its own, but blending it with the SD-1, you kind of get some of those frequencies that you're almost missing out on with the cleaner SD-1 kind of just added in there, and then you can kind of dial and shape it in a little bit easier there. So, yeah, of those three options, I'd probably have to say that stacked, going from Metal Master to SD-1 is probably the best use of the space and the options and everything with it. Let's go ahead and call it for today, though. Thank you very much, and I will see you again in another video soon.